The Dallas Cowboys finally make a significant move in free agency as they have now signed wide receiver Allen Hurns. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL, talking NFL free agency as I have been for the past couple of weeks. So if you guys have not subscribed to the channel or you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, stay tuned, turn on post notifications to stay up to date on all my analysis of the free agent signing. So with that being said, let's talk about the Cowboys, America's team, and their newest receiver in Allen Hurns. So they have now signed Allen Hurns to a 2-year deal worth about $12 million. Try to find the guarantees on this deal, but could not really, but let's assume for the fact that most of it is going to be guaranteed. I mean, it's not a massive deal by any stretch of the imagination. $6 million a year for a guy like Allen Hurns. And honestly, just from the first time I heard about the deal to having a chance to really dissect it, I like this deal a lot for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, I'm not a Cowboys fan, so you guys can expect objectivity from me. I'm not going to favor Dallas. But in this instance, Allen Hurns is a guy who clearly got a little nicked up, a little hurt, and so his stock dropped. Not just that, but last year he was competing with the likes of Marquise Lee, Keelan Cole, D.D. Westbrook, not to mention Allen Robinson got hurt, so that he was also in the picture before he ended up getting hurt. So there was a lot of competition in Jacksonville for Allen Hurns because last year he didn't have that great of a season, just 484 yards, 39 catches, and 2 touchdowns. But the reason being is what I just mentioned. He had so much competition with the other guys, and then not to mention the fact that you also were already a second receiver behind Allen Robinson. But just 2 years ago with Allen Robinson, or I should say 3 years ago, back in 2015, he did have a 1,000-yard season, 10 touchdowns for Allen Hurns, I believe 1,031 yards. So here's the thing with Allen Hurns, and not just the potential that I see in him in terms of being that 1,000-yard receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, because Lord knows they needed receiving help, okay? This team does not have that great of receivers. Des Bryant, I know he's a big name, but we all know at this point he's more overrated than he is underrated, and he does not have, if you will, the best route tree in the book. He only runs a few routes. So with Des Bryant, outside of him, there's really not a big threat for the Cowboys. And again, I would argue Des Bryant isn't the Des Bryant of old. So with that being said, Allen Hurns, what I like about him is the fact that not only is he a potential 1,000-yard receiver for this team, because he's going to immediately slot in, I think, as their second number 2 receiver, or even he could be a number 1 receiver. I just think he's got that much potential, or I should say that's an indictment on Des Bryant himself and where he's fallen off. But the fact that he can do it all, and I'm talking about Allen Hurns, he can go into the slot. That's where he played most of last season, I believe, 58% of his snaps were from the slot. But in 2015, this is the key here. When he had that 1,000-yard season, he was lined up outside 62% of the time. So this is a guy who's done both, okay? He's 6'3", 201 pounds, so you know he's got the size. Not necessarily, I'm not going to say the biggest guy, but he definitely has the size to do both, okay? You have a lot of okay guys on this Dallas roster in terms of the receiving core. Terrence Williams, really just a good blocker. Cole Beasley, I mean, he's a slot guy completely. I mean, there's no way you can line up Cole Beasley out wide. And then, like I said, Des Bryant has his own limitations. So what I like about Allen Hurns is he brings some versatility to this offense, okay? You can want to line him up in the slot, you can. You want to line him up out wide, you can. So Allen Hurns gives you that flexibility, and he is definitely somebody that can help this Cowboys team because they definitely needed receiver help. Their guys are either just not good enough or they're too old, okay? And they also signed Deontay Thompson, but clearly Deontay Thompson, who's an okay receiver, he had a 100-yard game here too. Last season, he was with the Bears and the Bills, but Deontay Thompson isn't taking the top off any defense, okay? So Allen Hurns is definitely going to help this team. Overall, I like the signing. I don't think the Cowboys should stop. I think they still need to upgrade their core at receiver and provide Dak Prescott with more weapons. So look for that in the draft. But this is certainly a good start for the Dallas Cowboys. So definitely like this signing contractually as well as on the field. In terms of what this does for Des Bryant, I mean, all of the reports I'm reading are saying that Des Bryant is going to stay. Though with Terrence Williams, I'm 99% sure that Allen Hurns is going to pass up Terrence Williams on the depth chart. That's just how much I believe in Hurns. And also Terrence Williams has limitations. But Terrence Williams, they could possibly look to trade him. So let's see what happens there. But overall, like this move for the Dallas Cowboys. Very solid move. And it was time that they did something because they needed to upgrade that receiving core. So with that being said, that's what I think, folks. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Follow me on my social media links down below for that. And as always, thanks for watching.